Welcome viewers to our show, New Day, New Life. We've had a new face look as well. Welcome to Southall TV. You can tune in the show at southalltv.com or on facebook.com/Southall Television. You can also phone us if you'd like on 0207 707 3227. I think the number is on the screens as well. I am your host today, Namrata Dhingra, and with me today is a very special guest. She is in the local government in Malawi as a councillor, and she's lived in UK for 12 years, right?
Yes.
And then she got elected. So tell us a bit more.
Thank you.
Before that, I'm sorry, this is Gertrude Chirambo, Councillor Gertrude Chirambo. I'd like you to introduce you.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, welcome to the show, and tell us like what was it like? I mean, you're going back to Malawi. What made
Yes.
you do that?
Thank you, Namrata, for this opportunity. Indeed, when I heard that there were elections in Malawi in 2014, I had gone on holiday the previous December, and the people there had asked me if I can consider helping in the development agenda. So I said, well, if you're willing, if you elect me, I'll pack my bags and come and work with you. So that's what exactly I did. I went to Malawi, did a campaign. It was for a very short period, and there were 7 candidates, and I was elected. And when I got elected, I came back here, packed my bags, and went back. And so far, the journey has been really fulfilling.
So what would you say like when your experience from Malawi and UK, what was it like? I mean, when you went there, what was the experience? Was it very different, or I mean?
Yeah, Malawi is totally different from UK. In terms of the people, they're different. Malawians are very warm. But the problem we have, the issues we have there are to do with infrastructure development, the primary education, the standards are not that good because of the population in the cities. So here we take so many things for granted. Like in a classroom, maybe you could have maybe 20 or 30 children. In my ward, we can have up to 120 kids in one classroom.
Really?
Yes. And also the infrastructure. We used to have very good infrastructure, but because there was a gap of 10 years, there were no councillors. For 10 years in Malawi, there was no local government. So we were the first group after the long break. So you can imagine a lot of infrastructure had run down. So we have a big job to try to restore the infrastructure, the roads, the street lighting, the bridges, and, extra school blocks, so many things that we need to put up to make the city work.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, just tell us a bit about Malawi itself in the sense like the diversity there, and what is good about Malawi?
Well, Malawi is a very beautiful country. The people themselves are very nice and warm. They are friendly. And it's one of the only countries that have never experienced any war. So it's very peaceful and quiet there. And in terms of tourism, we have a beautiful lake. 1/3 of our land is freshwater lake. So it's really beautiful. And we export tea, coffee, and the countries, they're trying to diversify because they used to, our major export product was tobacco, so now they're trying to diversify to other produce. And also recently they discovered very good minerals, gemstones.
Really?
So it's something that is upcoming now. Yes, and our food is nice, fresh, nice. We get lots of fruits, vegetables, beans, legumes, and meat. So yeah, that's about Malawi.
And like, what are the relationship with the other African countries there?
The relationship, we have a peaceful existence with our neighbors. Our neighbors are Mozambique, and we have Zambia to our west, Tanzania to our north. And then to the southeast and southwest is Mozambique. So our relations have been good. I remember there was a time in Mozambique there was a civil war, and we had to house refugees. So our relations are good.
That's really good to hear.
As far as I know, they are really good.
I noticed that you come to UK quite a lot as well, and you go back to Malawi. So how is that bonding the relationship between UK and Malawi? Like, what is your message, or what are you trying to represent from Malawi as a counselor here? What is the interaction between the diaspora communities even?
Yes, my last recent trip was in February, and I was so privileged through Power Global to attend the first Africa UK Diaspora Forum, which was held in Parliament. And me being there gave me an opportunity to give a window and a view of a picture of what it's like in Malawi, how life is like in terms of primary school education and infrastructure development, how well and how far have we gone, especially in Blantyre City. So my coming here gives me an opportunity to, to tell the world basically what's happening in Blantyre and how they can also contribute because, we live in a global village. So everyone is welcome to impact anywhere. So with this privilege of traveling in and out, I use it also to network with people, like-minded people like you. We met at the Parliament, so that's what I like to do.
That's really good to hear.
Yes.
I didn't know a lot about you. So as you know, I went into your Facebook pages and I have taken some stuff from that. But I just want to ask you that I know that you completed a project as a counselor and it really caught my eye. I'm talking about the Be It Trust. The Be It Trust and the Scotland Partnership, and also later on the rehabilitation which went on with Dr. Edith Langs from UK.
Yes.
How did that come about? Like, I mean, because you pulled it pretty well, I would say, to have these people to get involved back in your country, right?
Yes,
it was really quite momentum.
Yes, actually, what happened is that when I was elected, there was a trip I made to Scotland, and I was invited
and then
to speak in their local governors forum, where I gave them a talk regarding Malawi and Blantyre. So I showed them images.
Wow.
Sometimes images are powerful.
Right.
So they said, well, I think we can construct this bridge, because there was one bridge that was in total disrepair, and we have thousands of children, young children, 5 years, 10 years, who cross to go to school. So when the Beit Trust offered £20,000 to give to Malawi, because we had floods that year, I was given part of that to construct a stronger bridge. So we received £3,000 and we constructed the bridge. But somehow, before we inaugurated the bridge, something went wrong. The bridge fell down one side. We don't know the cause of it. So we said, now, what next? Because this is the money we received from the donors through Scotland-Malawi Partnership. What are we going to do? And people started giving us different theories, and I said no. I made up my mind. I said, this is my first project. I'm not going to give up. Let's believe that somehow we'll get funds to put this bridge up, because it's very important for the children, especially the girls, to have access to education. So when I traveled on training in Harvard in 2016, I met this wonderful lady, Marjorie Bride, who was willing to know everything about Malawi, like you. So she offered to take on the project. So she put up funds, and I was there on the ground supervising together with our community development committee of 18 people. And the project was successful, that it was completed and the bridge is standing. So Marjorie was so pleased, and she said, well, I'll have to come to Malawi. So last month she was with us in Malawi on 24th April to 29th April. That's about the story.
I also noticed you've got a plaque out there now saying Councillor Gertrude.
Yes.
The
and then Dr. Edith Langs as well, she contributed towards the bridge as well. So that's about it.
So that's really pretty interesting.
Thank you.
A revelation, I think, on Southall Television.
Yes.
But I just want to have some more questions for you. Like, What sort of recommendations or what are you trying to strengthen the Malawi community in UK or the Malawi people in Malawi themselves? What is your development agenda? I mean, I know we've been talking, it's pretty diverse. Is it to do with sustainable development goals, the UN by any chance?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm a strong supporter of
The
the
United
sustainable,
Nations?
yes, UN goals, especially access to quality education and infrastructure development. So I would encourage people, even Malawians who are in the diaspora, to take part in the development of our nation, because as they may know, the government will not be able to fix everything. We have limited resources.
Right.
So we rely people like that are out there who have access to funds. If they don't have access to funds, even they know someone who can help us to, to bridge this gap of education, that would be really great.
But I think apart from funding, because apart from funding, there are many other ways, like teachers can interact,
Yes,
and give
yes,
free
yes,
training
yes,
there.
yes, yes.
There are so many other ways
Yes,
people can do the development agenda.
That's right.
Of course, fundraising is a major component, but even like you said, you've got about 100 odd children in a classroom. So if there were some British teachers or some volunteers who want to go to Malawi and teach over there,
That is, they are
it's,
most welcome. They are most welcome. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be Malawian. You can be Indian, British. You are more than welcome to participate in our capacity building as far as education, improving education is concerned.
Because the thing is that
Yes.
In such projects, like when the people go from, say, Western countries,
Yes.
it's not just a holiday, but you take back much more. The
That's right.
experience of working with, like you said in the starting,
Yes.
that here we have a lot and we don't realize it, but there
Yes.
people are working with very little, few things, and still they are very,
Resources.
very happy.
Yes.
So the experience of this, the culture between the West and the Malawi people,
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
interaction as well, I think would be in a way.
We are very much looking forward to that, and actually, like, I managed to twin our local primary school with a school in London and a school in Edinburgh.
Right.
And this is something that even our city council encourages, twinning arrangements as well as exchange programs.
So I think then the kids exchange work or letters.
Yes.
And interact
Yes.
through corresponding
Through
post, I think.
Yeah, they correspond through the post because we don't have internet facilities in the school at the moment. So any form of support, whether it means people coming to Malawi to help in building the capacity of our teachers so that our children can get better education, that is very welcome. And also the exchanges between the children in schools, between UK and Malawi, especially Blantyre in our city.
Yes.
We can get a lot of exchanges in different topics: geography, the type of food, the type of lifestyle, the type of games. That would be wonderful.
Uplifting as well.
Yes, and uplifting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, fundraising, people are always under the impression that it's only fundraising that is development, but there's so much more to it.
That's
I
right.
mean, I think even if NGOs from Britain could interact directly with your state government level as a councillor,
They do.
and then, without having the state involvement, but they can interact at an NGO level. And I think that can be quite empowering as well, because they can do a lot of work, good work,
direct to where it's
direct,
needed.
yeah, and
Yes.
direct it, without having the bureaucracy involved.
That's right. No, our government, there are no limitations. We have seen a lot of organizations from here who have projects in Malawi, and they come and monitor, they come and share, they come back here and report back what's on the ground, which is really good. But what the government does is to monitor. Like every year you have to submit, for the NGOs they have to submit their accounts so that the government is aware of their activities and where the money went, to make sure that it's being used in the proper way, which is really good. Yeah.
And what about the women there and the children there, like especially the women? What sort of projects are there for women in Malawi?
Right now, my next project, we want to build a center for elderly people where they can interact with each other and also spend time teaching the young ones. Because my ward is in the city, but even though it's in the city, we have like over, I can say over 70 elderly people who are 70 plus, who are still active. And they always come to me to say, our daughter, you know, we have nothing to do apart from looking after these children. So we said, okay, what do you want? So they would really love to have a center for elderly.
I see.
So my next project, we want to construct a center, like a multipurpose hall, where they can meet, whether twice or 3 times a week. But at the same time, we can use the hall to hire out for small engagements, like whether it's an engagement party or a small do.
Yeah.
And that money can be used to help them and also to help those that are looking after orphans, because some of the elderly people, they look after um, orphans as well. So that's my next project. We want to build that center, and I'm sure we will do it.
So from where do you get your energy? I mean, from where do you get your strength, basically, and how are you this kind of role model as people look up to you? I mean, what is it like? What keeps you going? Like what is going on in Gertrude's head, for example? You know, with all
Okay,
these
okay,
issues.
Namrata, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am a woman of faith, and I believe that with God all things are possible. And also, I have mentors who mentor me in different aspects of life. They advise me, and also, I have a team of volunteers who are very dedicated to make things work for us, because as you may know, that I was elected for a period of 5 years, so up to 2019. So it's within that period I have to at least do what I promised the people and help them in development. So I believe with God all things are possible, and I find that sometimes through the city council we have a budget which they allocate to our ward, each ward in Blantyre, and I don't make decisions on my own. I go back to my people and ask them, what are our priorities? There is this money available, what would you like? Whether they want a tarmac road, like this year they've committed to bring a tarmac road, 1.5 kilometers in one of the roads. So that's what keeps me going, because my people, they are also ready for change. So
That's pretty good to
yeah,
hear.
yes.
You know, you're talking about mentoring, and I think it is really quite important to have a mentoring energy behind a person, because it definitely gives you, if they're especially matured or if they have more you know, intellect or something, then they can guide you or focus you in a very positive direction. And you're lucky to be surrounded by nice people, I would say, like mentors, volunteers, and that kind of, you know, the energy, basically. So is that what is keeping you? What about your own family?
I have tremendous support from my family. Without them, I don't know where I would do. Because right from the beginning, before I made the final decision to to stand as a counselor, I asked my mom, and you know, she said, "Well, you can go for it. You know, go for it. We are behind you." So because of that, I mean, I feel so confident. Whatever I do to represent my community, I feel so confident, and because they always give me support. Even when I'm tired, they are always there to support me, to give me the push, to say, no, you can do it, you go for it. Sometimes we face challenges, but like my mom, my son, my sisters, wow, they give me so much support, which is really amazing, and I'm so privileged to have them with me in
Yes,
Malawi.
that's for sure.
Yes.
Because they say that good things, charity begins at home.
Yes,
And if you
yes,
have a
yes.
nice family and supportive, I think, like you know, you've done lots of projects out there. They say, you know, can move mountains.
Yes.
So, you know, I'm really glad that. So tell us about other things that are going on in Malawi.
Okay.
Like, you know, what else is you know, developing there? What is the most important issues at the moment, apart from what we've discussed? with regards to education and education policies? What's going on there?
All right, I will say that in terms of our post-secondary education, things are going well. Our state president has embarked on a project to construct extra community colleges
Okay.
in each and every district of Malawi. So soon we are going to have 28 extra community colleges. So which is a great thing because a lot of children who finish high school were not able to proceed
Right.
to do vocational skills because we have very few universities. The space is limited, of course, and it's very competitive. So that one is really going well. And also, in terms of primary education, this is where we are struggling. Like in my city, especially in my ward, we have a lot of population. A school which is normally supposed to cater for 850 now has over 2,000 kids.
Really?
But the government gives us support. It says we have over 28 teachers on the ground. And the real issue is to bring out, to support the infrastructure in terms of desks. We don't have desks. For people in grade 1 up to grade 7, primary there it's grade 1 to 8. So our students from grade 1 to grade 7, they basically sit on the floor. They are not there. So it's everywhere. In Blantyre, most schools are overpopulated. And school desk and school blocks, we need additional school blocks. So for additional school blocks, like the demand is 900 extra school blocks. That's what we need. School desks is in thousands.
So it's like in a really developing stage. Malawi there's poverty there. The education, the infrastructure, like you said, needs to be strengthened.
Yes.
So it's very much at a development stage. So what would be your message be to, because there's so many African women that are very highly educated now, even from Malawi maybe. What is your, I mean, after you've gone back to help your own people, what is the way you can get these people back to go to their own country and do maybe in some sort of way, improve the
Yeah, what I can ask them is that when they go to Malawi, to go to their area where they come from and check what are the needs to strengthen education, especially primary education, because the need is everywhere. Or they can come to Blantyre City Council. They'll be able to direct them and show them the statistics. And even if they want to visit us, they're welcome to visit us, visit the classrooms and see and choose which part they want to play. So those that are educated, even those that are not educated, they can choose to help a child or two. Like now, we have a butter shoe company, which is sponsoring 40 kids from my local school, which is very good.
Yeah.
So they cater for whatever they need until they finish their secondary education. So for people that are from here, Malawians that are educated, I would just urge them to do something, whatever little they can. There's no help that is too small.
Right.
They can impact one's life, 2 lives. You never know that person in future what they will be, because we need an educated youth, because these are our future leaders.
Correct.
And we need to give them good background. We need to give them good background.
Very interesting. What about the health over there, like in Malawi? How's the health? I mean, how is doctors? Is there hospitals there?
Yeah, we have hospitals in each and every district. We have district hospitals.
Okay.
Like in Blantyre, we have a major referral hospital, and in each location, we also have hospitals, clinics available. So
is the treatments free there, or do the people have to pay for treatment?
They don't pay for treatment. For government hospitals, they don't have to pay. But if you want special services, like if you want to be in a paying ward, you can choose to be in a paying ward where there are fewer people and it's less congested. Yeah.
Right. That's really very interesting. I just want to go on to a slightly different topic now, basically.
Yes.
And perhaps many of the viewers who are watching the show right now may be new to the idea of what is a community project. Just, it's in this field of development, what is a community project? I mean...
Okay. Thanks, Namrata. Well, a community project is a project that will benefit. The beneficiaries will be the people that are living in that area mainly. So, for example, if I built a bridge, that bridge will help the people that are in that area to cross over. It will give them less, instead of going around, it's like a shorter route to cross over to the river. So that one is for the community. So the elderly, they'll benefit. The youth, the young, anyone who uses that bridge is a beneficiary. So that is a community project. I've spoken about the elderly center. That is a community project to do with the needs.
There's
of the
one more.
people.
I'm talking
Yes.
about the one where you had the sponsors from United States.
Yes.
What was that? How did you manage to implement that project?
Okay.
How did this project change people's lives at a personal level?
At a personal level, they are able to use the bridge because without that bridge, people would have to walk like 50 minutes to go over to this other side of the river. So that is the only bridge that is connecting people
Okay.
from my ward to the next. So it cuts walking time by 40 minutes. So now they will just have to walk 10 minutes to go over to the other side. Before, they will have to use the longer route where they use cars and buses. So this project from this Marjorie Bride, it has really
Changed
had a
people's
big
lives.
impact, such that when they heard she was coming, all the school kids were like, we will wait to see her and to say thank you. Even the elderly women, they were like, we want to meet this lady, and we just want to thank her because she has made our life easy.
Okay, we're just going to be heading towards a break, viewers,
Okay.
and so please don't go away. We'll see you within a few minutes after the break. Thank you.
Hilarious.
Wonderful.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Chocoholic.
Compassionate.
Always busy.
Fun, such good fun.
Loving.
Beautiful smile.
Funny, always funny.
Stubborn.
So embarrassing.
A very special person.
Selfless. Strong.
Tired.
Always bloated.
So tired.
Struggled to eat.
She always used to be full up.
She just often said, I don't feel right.
I wish I'd known.
I miss her. She's coming home today.
Ovarian Cancer Action has created the first dedicated scientific research centre in the UK, determined to find a cure.
With your help, all your sisters, daughters, grandmothers, wives and mums can keep on doing what only they do best.
Ovarian cancer, those words still haunt me. So please, help Ovarian Cancer Action continue their life-saving research so that others like me have a fighting chance.
To make a difference to families like these, we need your help now. Whether you want to help us by sharing the symptoms with other women, raising funds for our research and awareness work, or volunteering your time, working together, we can save lives.
Awakening is an event that allows people to see the real reason why they're experiencing challenges on a day-to-day basis. My favorite part part of the awakening is when people realize how much their destiny is in their hands. Awakening is a platform where you come and connect with people and understand how you might not be alone going through the family issue or the work issue or the relationship challenge. And by connecting with real people, having a real conversation, we can really create real change. Decision creates destiny. क्या आप वक्त को अपनी नजरों के सामने गुजरते हुए देखते हुए परेशान हैं? क्या आपके पास कोई ऐसे सवाल है जिनका आपके पास जवाब मौजूद नहीं है? या आप ऐसा वक्त गुजारना चाहते हैं जहां पे आपको जिंदगी का नजरिया अलग अलग तरीके से देखने को मिले? तो घबराइए मत, क्योंकि हम आ रहे हैं एवरी ट्यूसडे टू थर्सडे बिटवीन 10 AM and 11 AM ओनली ऑन Southall TV on our very own show उठो जागो जियो, यानी कि वेक अप, गेट अप एंड लिव अप विद सिडो जाफरी, जहां पे हर ट्यूसडे को हम टाइम और अबंडेंस पे बात करेंगे, हर वेडनेसडे को हम पावर और ब्यूटी, और हर थर्सडे लव एंड हीलिंग. Every week we come together with our guests, providing you creative, constructive and nourishing solutions for your life. So get up and subscribe to southaltv.com so you never miss another episode of Utho Jago Jio with Sidhu Jaffrey.
Welcome back, viewers. I'm here with Gertrude Chirambo and we are having a lively conversation on Malawi. You can also phone us here at the studio if you have any questions for Gertrude, and we'll try and answer it today. I'd like to go taking this whole thing forward about Malawi cultural and tourism and economy. So how can we increase the economy? How can we tourism? How important is tourism for Malawi?
Tourism is an important aspect. I think the government is also looking to expand, the horizons for people to come to Malawi, to visit Malawi, because we have a very beautiful lake and freshwater lake. We have very fresh, delicious fish, jumbo fish, and we want people, the whole world, to come to Malawi and experience the warm heart of Africa. So there is so much scope for tourism. Our country is very beautiful. It's green. We have mountains. We have highlands. We have lowlands, and people are very warm. We have.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Nina.
Who's calling?
Namrata.
Yes. Is that who's the caller?
Oh, hi. It's Victorine.
Hi there. Can you introduce yourself?
Victorine.
Hi, Victorine.
Oh, hi.
You have a question? Hello?
Yeah. Oh, hi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, we have Gertrude with us, Gertrude Chirambo. You must be watching the show. What is your question?
Yeah, I have realized that Gertrude is doing a wonderful job in Malawi and even in the UK. I have followed her up on Facebook, and I've seen what she's doing. And I just want to encourage her that she's doing a fantastic job. But what I'm thinking is that I'm a Cameroonian in London, living here for 45 years. And it would be nice to do the same thing in Cameroon. I would like Gertrude to let me know to say, what do you think? What is the way forward that I can take up? Because she's doing a very good job, and it should be also spread out to other African countries. Gertrude, can you please tell me what is my way forward? Or any
What's
advice?
her name as well?
Victorine.
Oh, thanks for calling, Victory. What I can advise is that let's link up as women. Let's link up as people that have a passion to bring change to our home countries. So I would ask you and encourage you to get in touch, and then we can have a meeting and then strategize how we can bring this forward, because what you have said is very important. If we can roll this out to the rest of the countries, imagine what impact we would make. Because that's what we need. We shouldn't wait for, the big organizations. We can make an impact one by one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They're doing a fantastic job and it's doing, and we just have to copy, you set an example, and we will do you. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
God
so
bless.
much, Victorine. Thank you for your call.
All right. Thank you.
So we've had one call here today at the studio, and it was very interesting that you can link up with other African countries as well.
Yes.
So tell us a bit more, like, how, for example, say if somebody on this program wants to invest money, for example, in Malawi, like what is the channels or how do they go about it?
Okay, I will talk about Blantyre City. Right now, we need funds to construct a parking space that can take up to 500 cars, right? We have a project that we want to build a modern bus terminal in Blantyre City. So there are 3 main projects that we want to embark on. So if someone has got money to invest in such projects, they should feel free to contact Blantyre City Council. And here in London, we have Malawi High Commission in Holborn, in John Street, number 36. They can pop in there, meet our High Commissioner, explain to them, and they will be able to give them the channels, how they can travel if they need a visa, all those formalities, and then they will come. We'll welcome them in Blantyre, and we'll show them what bankable projects we have. So if it is to do with investing in tourism, we will always connect them to the right people in Malawi. That will show them also our priorities as a nation, which areas we need investment in. And also if it is to do with mining, same thing. So because, as you know, Malawi is not very well developed, so it's a big opportunity to invest in a lot of things.
I mean, especially from a philanthropical point of view, I would say, like, there's a lot of philanthropy going on. The governments don't have money these days, but they're bypassing, and NGOs are philanthropy. Bill Gates is doing a lot of work, free vaccines and stuff like that for women and things like that. It's happening in India. So
yeah, even in Malawi we have Bill and Melinda Gates. They have projects in my city to do with sanitation and improvement of health, which we are so grateful. And also on tourism, recently Prince Harry came to Malawi, and he was one of the team that helped to translocate elephants from one national park, which had a lot of them, to another national park within Malawi. So they transferred over 200 elephants, which was a very huge task. And that's an area of tourism. If people want to come and see the Malawi elephants, we have them.
But also, don't you think, like a celebrity like Prince Harry, I mean, it gets a public image as well with it. Like, the whole focus and attention goes straight to Malawi.
Yes.
And that elephants and that image, especially because we don't have that kind of, openness environment like over there. So do you think that more people who come there and can build the image?
Yes,
for,
definitely.
Remember, like Princess Diana, for example, she used to do so much work like that.
Definitely, the presence of such people, it makes a huge impact.
Because I think the whole energy, everybody focuses on that location.
Yes,
then,
and even when my sponsor from US came, she asked me, because she saw an article in her local salon in Boston in US about this whole thing, and when she came, she asked me, Gertrude, tell me, where can I see these elephants? That must be a huge. So I said, don't worry, after I see the project, I'll take you to
lots of elephants.
Yeah, to Nkota, and then you can see the elephants. So, which is really good. It gives us big publicity and for people to know, because some people don't know where Malawi is, so it's really good for us as a nation.
No, that's really good. And how is is there police there, like security there? Like if people go there, will they get nabbed, or if they lose their stuff? How is it like for people if they go there, like tourists, for example? Like if they lose their mobile phone or something like that, you know, is there?
Malawi is very
like that.
Is very safe.
Safe place.
It's very safe place, and we have security. We have security around, the police in each and every area, each and every district. We have the police force, and in most of the major roads we have roadblocks. Believe you me, if you are coming out of Blantyre going to Lilongwe, there are roadblocks. Going to the other way, Zomba, Mulanje, everywhere, we have very good security systems.
So it's pretty safe
so it's
for
safe.
If anybody wants to go there, or it's their first time and they're not
and
really sure about.
People, they really welcome guests. When they see you are a foreigner or a tourist, they really, you know, welcome you to make you feel at home, at ease.
And what about like, say for example, if we are there, is there anywhere we can go in the evenings, or like, you know, like socializing? I mean, what is the scene there like?
Yes,
the shops
yes.
are there?
If you're at the lake shore, there are entertainment at night time as well. We have traditional dances. We have, you know, different places to go to where you have different kinds of music, world music. And in the city, the same thing. We have also places that are open at night, but there are not too many, because public transport ends at by 8 p.m.
Really?
So the city is very quiet.
I see.
Yes, but if you're driving, if you're using private car, yeah, there are places to get to where you can get entertained. And we have drama, we have arts and culture, cultural performances, we have festivals, food festival, music festivals. We have golf club in Blantyre if you play golf. So yeah, there are different things to do in Malawi.
It's actually very nice when people hold on to their culture and root values, I think, because I think even when I go to India, I was at the Paravarsi Bharatiya Divas conference for the NRIs very recently. And over there as well, I mean to say, I've lived here all my life, and when I go there and I see all these Bhangra artists coming and Bharatnatyam artists coming, it's you know, and all these kind of exotic animal, you know, elephants and things like that, and their costumes. It definitely gives it a different feel, and it also like makes you feel like, okay, I'm in my country now. And you know, you won't get this in, you know, you do see it here in London, but it's not same.
On camera. Or
yeah, but it's not same even
as,
then, you know, the feel of the place, the environment, the culture. So yes, I think Malawi has got a very interesting traditional or cultural values there. I think they're still been kept alive through generations and generations. And like, what is it? Is it like just one community there, or are there many different small, different communities in Malawi? Is it just like one?
Okay, you mean like tribes?
Yeah, tribes.
No, we are mixed tribes, like from the northern, central, and south.
Which are the main tribes then?
The ones I know, you know, like we have the Chewa, which is larger population in tribe, and then we have the Yawos, we have the Ngonis, we have the Tumbukas, we have the Lomwes. They speak also their own language, but we have one common language, which is Chichewa. So Chichewa is taught in schools through Malawi, and
just give me a couple of lines in what, like, say, you know. It's
okay, if you say hello,
I'm very happy to come to Southall Television. How would you say that?
Okay, ndasangalala kwambiri kubwera ku Southall Television.
Oh, that's so sweet. It really sounds so beautiful. beautiful. I have to say, the language is so sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're welcome to learn it.
It's
you can
much
learn
more
it.
nicer than English, I would say, for
oh,
sure.
Oh, wonderful.
You know,
I'm happy to hear that.
I'm sure my producer will be very happy as well, and he's in front of me, he's giving us a smile, so
Yes.
that's a good thing.
Yes,
I'm really happy, yeah.
Thank
and
you,
so
Rakshan.
what else, like in Malawi, I mean, we learned a bit about the tribes that are there. We've learned a bit about the development that's going on, the kind of community work that you do, and a bit of fundraising as well. So, and also the main thing, I think the message from the show could be also through exchange programs of volunteering.
That's right.
See? And so if there's a website, how can people contact you personally? Like, I mean, do they just contact your ministry in
Yes, if they want to contact me, they can contact me through Blantyre City Council.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, they have also a Facebook page, but we have a website, and there's a telephone number there. And if you need my details, they can give it to you. My email address, if you need any information, because I'm a public, I mean, my
It's
information,
public information.
yes,
It's definitely going to be
they'll
on
give
the
it to you.
website.
But here, if you are having difficulties to communicate, you can go through our Malawi High Commission in Holborn, John Street. They'll be able also to give you the information. I am on Facebook.
Right, but I think your
Facebook
page
is full. We have
so
a lot of followers.
you,
Yes,
right?
yes. Yeah, but email gchirambo@gmail.com. I'll be able to respond to them as well. Yes,
so
also through you. You have my details.
Yes, through
so
Southall Television,
yes,
perhaps. I mean, they can contact us, and we can perhaps guide them to contact you.
Yes.
So yes, then this very interesting discussion. We are having it the first time about Malawi, the culture, the people, the development agendas. We are speaking about the United Nations, the goals, gender equality goal, and the infrastructure number 4, 5, and 9. I think we are discussing how we can do capacity building. Tell us about your Commonwealth experience then, as an officer there. What was going on?
Well, I was privileged to work in the Communication and Public Affairs Division, so which was attached to the Secretary General's office. So we're in charge with communication aspect of the Commonwealth Secretariat. So as you know, the Commonwealth is an association of 54
nations.
Countries, 54 nations. So it's a really diverse place where you meet people from
all walks of life.
All walks of life, different cultures. So it was really very, I mean, I learned so much because I used to participate in different clubs. So it was really an enriching experience. And before I left, believe you me, I left in April. In March, I had the privilege of meeting even Queen Elizabeth, which was really wonderful experience.
That's really great to know. Now, moving on from here, basically, you know, what is like? I mean, we spoke about the night. You know, people are going there from UK, for example. It's obviously a very peaceful, quiet country. Malawi is obviously very different to what we experience here in UK.
Yes, and life is not as fast as here, I believe.
So you can, I think, get a lot more things done in Malawi if the pace of life is slightly slower.
We are working towards keeping up pace with the changes in the world, because especially for internet, social media, you know, we have internet cafes, but like in remote places, it's difficult to communicate through such media, but at least most people have mobile phones. So
I think it's that part of the world which is
and
still
even
not
mobile banking is very good. We have mobile banking, so you can do banking from your mobile. You can send money to people in remote areas in Malawi, even within. You can do your transfer. So mobile banking is the biggest feature that is happening in Malawi, as far as IT is concerned.
Right, so there's a lot of development going on in Malawi, but there's still a lot more to be done to make the people's lives easier.
Yeah, and then we have as well village banking, where like the community, they come together, they put in, they buy shares, and they are also able to access loan at lower interest, because at the moment the interest is high. So we find that there are a lot of mushrooming of small-scale banking. So that's another area of investment.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
banking would interest a lot of
Yes,
people,
yes,
isn't it?
yes.
If the banks, I mean, the foreign banks are going into every part of the world to generate their own currency, basically, foreign banks. So yes, I'm sure people who are watching this program, if there are any bankers and they're looking for investment opportunities, I'm sure they can find these in Malawi.
Yes.
Right? And so now tell us, now you've come back to the UK. I know I met you at the last program, which was at the Parliament.
In March, yes.
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 And you were giving us, what was your message there then to the diaspora?
My message to the diaspora was that when you're here, please visit home, see what the issues are there on the ground, and be part of the solution. It's good to be here. We can be comfortable, but we have also to remember where we're coming from. I know there are challenges when you're used to, living a life of comfort. So my message to them was that, just like I did, make this bold decision to go back. They too can do the same. If they can't, they can always contribute something that will improve the economies of their country, whether it means helping or being a mentor to a girl child, encouraging them to get a good education or supporting them in their education, whether it's an elderly people or just the youth. They should be involved. They should not forget about where they came from.
But
so that was my message to the diaspora, that, you can be here, but you can make an impact. But also, it doesn't have to be your country of origin. You can make an impact anywhere, you see, because the world needs you. The world needs people like you who can make a difference, who are willing to make a difference. And also, I was giving them a picture of how things are like in Blantyre, where I come from, as far as our education, primary education. I was just trying to focus on the UN goal to say for us to reach it, to have quality education, we need to improve access to quality education in the primary schools, because children, they sit on the floor. It's not nice. When I was learning, we used to sit on the stools, right, and then desks. So if we can support our local schools to have such facilities, even if it means just buying one desk or 2 desks or 10, it will go a long way in helping people. But also, they can support people that are willing to sustain themselves, to run their own business and be able to stand on their own feet. Yes.
Right, so it's like tourism is calling people to
Yes.
Malawi to
Yes.
at least go and visit the place, to see the place, and perhaps even just contribute in any form. I mean, even if somebody goes on a holiday there, for example,
They'll enjoy
I'm sure
it.
not just enjoy it, but there's so much difference between the society here and there, and then they can contact you and take part in maybe a project or. If if there's a doctor, he could go to the hospital. If there's a teacher, she could go to a school. If there's a journalist, they can go to the television channel or the radio channel.
Yes,
And I've seen this with in Thailand and Vietnam. These these interactions are already going on even in India. So I think Malawi needs exchange of volunteers, between the two countries.
That's right.
Maybe.
That's right. We need to exchange ideas. So, like you, Namrata, if you want to come to Malawi, feel free. We'll connect you.
I will definitely be coming. I will take up this offer for sure.
Yes, we'll connect you and to the things you are interested in.
Definitely,
Yes.
we'll definitely do this for sure. And thank you so much for this. We spoke about this earlier as well, I remember. I can't wait to go to Malawi, to be honest with you, and actually do some work where people's lives are changed, at a very human level, because nothing can give you more happiness. What is humanity? I mean to say, in this world, people are running after the wrong things. Money is for one thing, but even if they have all the money, how happy are they? That is the question. So I think it's a very subjective decision as to what and how people do things in their life. But certainly for me, I would be very, very happy to go to a school and to teach there, for a few days even. And show them new techniques, like how they can interact with students, which perhaps they don't know, because so much resources is available online now. Everything is available online, you know, and it's like you said, an exchange of, you know, between the community, the people, our experiences, interacting with those people's experiences. So yes, most definitely we will be doing something, and I think this invitation will go out to the whole of the Indian diaspora. Because we are the Southall Television, and we have so many people. Our viewers are from Southall, West London, even around the globe. You know, wherever you are from, please take this, you know, invitation and contact Gertrude through the council, and you know, you could participate in doing some projects there. And normally there's a charge for these. Normally there's a charge for these, you know, programs, like I think in London, but you're not going to be having to pay those £200 as well. So it's really been good. We've got just 2 minutes now. Is there anything else you'd like to add on the show?
No, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on your program. I feel so privileged, and I'll take back this experience to Malawi and in my community, how you've welcomed me here and to host me on this show. Thank you so much.
I just want to say before we go, congratulations for the Black Entertainment Television, the BEFTA Awards in 2015 and the Excellent Award in 2016. It's been a wonderful interview.
Thank you
so much. It's been so wonderful to have an empowering woman. Thank you very much, and we have to go now. So thank you, viewers, for watching this show. Please let your feedbacks coming in, and so that we can let us know how you are liking the show, and then we can just make those changes. Until then, goodbye, folks, and we will see you very soon at our next program. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching us today.
Thank you. Bye.